Guys, it doesn't matter what news happens out there. One thing I can definitely be assured of is that
all right, fine. You just keep
is that Hassan and Destiny will not agree on the what the fuck, and it will go at each other's throat on any issue. It could be the price of fucking Coca-Cola in the downtown metropolitan area. That's it. It's fucking done, dude. Both have their fucking guns out loaded and we're going to war, boys.
keep twisting my arm. You got me in a full Nelson here, demanding that I speak about this situation. So you know what? I'll do it. YandereDev, a very infamous name on the internet. He is responsible for the game Yandere Simulator. That might ring some bells or pour some salt into an old wound if you've been around the YouTube Let's Play scene for a while. This is a game that blew up online because some of the biggest channels on the platform played it. In a nutshell, the game is basically Naughty Bear, but set in a Japanese high school. You just assassinate a bunch of high school girls, and it promised unlimited features. This game was basically going to be Life 2. YandereDev's ambition was unlike anything in the world. He was like a black hole just constantly trying to absorb everything and put it into his game. So it never actually fully came out. It has only ever existed in like testing states. You know, it's still in a primitive state, not fully released. You know, there's things in there that are extremely degenerate. Like I remember there was a big controversy about like the upskirt panty shots you can do in the game. It's just a very odd experience, and the developer behind it is even more odd, YandereDev. Over the course of 8 years, he did more damage to his reputation than Activision Blizzard. His online presence became a joke to a lot of people and achieved the status of a lolcow. I'm not here to just like go down memory lane with every controversy and everything that's happened along the journey, but it's important to set the stage here for what's currently going on with YandereDev. So over the course of 8 years, everyone has paid attention to every single minute that this guy has broadcast his life online, as well as the way he conducts himself with his fans, and it's led to a lot of less than savory things being revealed. And this past week has been the worst week for him, when a lot of screenshots came out from Snapchat conversations, as well as some other very serious allegations levied against him, all hit the public eye. So this one here has been making the rounds. You're the one traumatizing me. That's allegedly YandereDev, cosplay fan. And they say, I'm sorry. And then he goes, this here is trauma. This is abuse. This is power imbalance. I am being emotionally abused by you. To which they respond, I'm 16. And then he goes, you have this massive blackmail over me. You're 35. And when I first saw this, it gave me a hearty belly laugh like Santa Claus. What an unbelievably creepy, concerning exchange. Now, he has made a response to all of this, saying, you know, it's unwise choices he's been making as a result of deteriorating mental health over the years. And
what do you say? I've been exhibiting orderly self-destructive behavior on a regular basis for a long time now. This is very odd. Chat, I really don't like people that use the word, the terminology self-destructive, because there's a lot of self-destructive ways that don't further you in either romance, in financial benefits, and other things. Yes, I guess it says you, because I do a lot of self-destructive behaviors, and all of them fuck me over, because that's what they are. They're self-destructive behaviors that destroy. They don't build anything. Saying that something, yeah, you're being self-destructive because you're doing bad things in an attempt to get pussy and shit like that is fucking weird. It's fucking weird, because you know what you're doing. You're trying to get something under the guise of self-destruction when it's just not what you're doing at all. Yo, bitch ass. I guess it says you. Yo, what is wrong with this chat, man? Jesus Christ.
Been making as a result of deteriorating mental health over the years, and he is owning up to him being responsible for these things. Like, he's not trying to say it's deep faked. This is all, you know, a deep state operation to frame him because big AAA titles are afraid of Yandere Simulator being released. He's not going with any of those angles. He's not, you know, trying to make it sound like all of this is, you know, a lie. He is owning up to it, but it's not like that makes it any better. This is still some predatory, disgusting behavior that rightfully got him a lot of shit tossed his way for all of it. There was a lot more that came out of it, but I just wanted to highlight that one off rip just because of how ridiculous it is. But anyway, I have actually talked about this on stream a little bit, and most recently on the
You know what, dude? You know what,
podcast.
dude?
And I want to take this opportunity to just let everyone.
This is clouded, dude. This is clouded, dude. People just find their behavior on a bunch of fucking random, random shit. I don't, you guys, I don't agree with it. I don't agree using these guises of like mental health bullshit. Like it doesn't justify anything because they know what they're doing.
Here know that the official podcast will no
They
longer
know
be posted
what they're
to
doing.
my channel here. We're making its own separate channel. We have already made its own separate channel called the official channel, where the podcast will go up, as well as shorter content with the crew, as well as new shows like a cryptid hunting show that Jackson and I are doing with Wendigoon, as well as a show that Jackson and Kaya do together with To Catch a Predator. Just a lot of different types of content will be going on there, so it just made sense to spin it off from here to its own channel. So if you're a fan of the official podcast, it's going to be posted there from now on, as well as still audio platforms. I want to show you some of the clips from our conversation about YandereDev with this specific situation, the most recent one. But during the actual episode, we talked far more in depth on his entire history with the development.
Well, I want to know about
as
this.
past controversies too. I don't know how many of you followed along with YandereDev development, but man, was it a fucking train wreck. Just a complete disaster. Before playing that, though, I do want to set the record straight on something that I said during the episode. I mentioned one of the screenshots that leaked was this Discord DM here. This was making its rounds all over the internet during the dam breaking of all of the creepy messages and exchanges YandereDev had with fans.
Ew! Holy fuck! What is on this guy?
That he had
Yo.
with his underage fans.
Okay, get off the
So this
screen.
one says YandereDev.
Yeah. I read it. Holy fuck.
Message, that's when the tear gas busts through the window and the
My
FBI is rappelling down into the house to apprehend the suspect. That is some scary, deplorable shit here. But after looking into it a bit deeper over the last couple days, this one might actually just be an impersonator who threw this into the mix to muddy the water and try and, like, capitalize off, like, the viral nature of the story. This screenshot is still being debated on whether it's real or not, and from all the evidence presented, I'm leaning towards this being an impersonator. I don't think this is actual YandereDev that had this exchange here. This seems like someone that was just trying to continue to pile more and more things on there, even though this one wasn't actually them.
What's wrong, Andrew?
Yeah, my world's crumbling around me, Jackson, you know.
What?
Andrew
Why?
said because YandereDev got caught being a creep.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was going with that. Thank you, Kaya.
That was his hero, yeah.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
So he got caught talking inappropriately with underage fans.
What is going on with this?
Classic.
Yeah.
The gold standard for weird internet people.
It's always who you least suspect as well.
Well, hang on.
Yeah.
Have you seen YandereDev?
He was
I
just
don't
being
know.
sarcastic.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm tired. I didn't pick up on it.
He had a bunch of his DMs from Snapchat and Discord and everything hit the public.
This is the NPC
ecosystem.
Avengers.
He then made a blog post confirming that they're him. He even said something like, "This isn't like me, but I'm gonna take responsibility." Yeah, I fucked up. Well,
Some shit.
there was. So, like, his most famous one right now is through Snapchat. He was like, you see, 17 is actually 94.4% of the way to 18. So, technically, it's 94.4% okay for me to be, like, attracted to a 17-year-old or whatever. Yeah, not to really get into the nitty-gritty of the calculations, but he had a lot of them come out. Another big one was,
What is wrong with these people anyway?
he sent a Snapchat to someone. He's like, "This is abuse. This is
Yeah,
this is a
that's the one
power
I saw.
dynamic abuse. You are abusing me emotionally and physically with this trauma." And their response is, "I'm 16." And he goes, "Abuse." And then they go, "You're 35."
Holy shit.
It was like that, but it was
I'm not hating on Moist. It's because he has his own opinion. No, it's because the way he delivers his point. I think people say it's monotone and NPC. It's kind of his vibe. It's kind of what he does, you know. I think that's why people hate on it. I don't think the opinion is wrong though.
like he was complaining about the power imbalance
Yeah, for them.
in the
Yeah.
relationship.
Wait, he was complaining?
Well, yeah, because she had all this
Yeah,
evidence.
we just
Sound
saw this
formal
already.
in his tone of voice, but all he says is just the dumbest. Okay, here, I'll read from his blog. I let the fans down. I keep saying that to myself over and over. Years of trying my best.
Interesting. All right, what else?